One of the hilarious moments in Ameritech was when I was in third semester and we were in with Dee Dee's class. It was a pretty funny time. We were talking about herbs and how they affect the body and stuff, and we were trying to figure out what affects the blood, and we go, of course, you knowing me, I like to blurt out my answers, so I said chamomile. After a good laughter of 15-20 minutes, finally figured out how it was actually supposed to be pronounced. So anyways, it is not chamomile, so just FYI for all of you if you needed to know that.
My favorite memory of nursing school was the clinical experience that I had. The nurses were wonderful. The different settings just showed me so much as to what nurses could do. And I was grateful for our clinical instructors and the friends that I made along the way.
My favorite memory of nursing school was when everything started to click and make sense. For me, that really solidified that I am exactly where I'm supposed to be. I'm on my path and I'm going to be a nurse.
One of my favorite memories from nursing school was being flashed by Summer in second semester. She definitely brought a lot of excitement and fun to the classroom.
My favorite part of nursing school was the lifelong friendships that I've made along the way.
My favorite memory through nursing school is all of the countless lifelong friends I've been able to meet. And I'll tell you, the most amazing moment through nursing school is the moment you get your final grade and know that it's all done.
I would definitely say that my favorite memory from nursing school would be studying with all of my friends at the end of every semester. Even though the pandemic was full force and we couldn't get together and we were doing distance learning, there was such a major sense of community, whether it was with the Facebook page that we had for our cohort where everything was shared, study tips, study tools, whether it was phone calls, late at night studying, or Zoom. Thank you, Zoom, for saving us and getting us through this program. That would definitely be my favorite memory, is just the sense of community and support that we had from one another and making all of the wonderful friends that I've made.
My favorite memory of nursing school is probably during first semester. A bunch of my friends and we went into one of the old lab rooms. They were doing some demo in the area during that time, but when we were studying, we were giggling and laughing about some stuff, and little did we know that there was a microphone that was in there and it was on, so everything we had been talking about was being broadcasted around us.
My favorite memory from nursing school is after every week of final, the group of friends that I made, we would get together and do like an ice cream night on Zoom, and it was so much fun.
One of my favorite memories from nursing school was lab first semester. Being new to the medical field, lab really opened up my eyes to how our bodies work, and it really made me realize how much I have for a love of learning and how interested I am in the medical field. But doing lab and nursing school with my sister Casey Tuckett was by far the greatest experience and memory within nursing school. Without her, I would not have had as much fun learning and as much motivation and drive as I did. I will forever cherish being able to do nursing school with her and will never forget the memories we made together.
You start.
Okay. So, my favorite memory from Ameritech was first semester, they had us do a dance in front of our whole class because we were trying to get down the movements of the body. So it's just a way to remember it, and I thought it was really funny seeing my husband shake his butt in front of the class. I don't know if it was entertaining and they laughed because of that, or if they were more so just disturbed.
Yeah, definitely more disturbed, I would say that for sure. But yeah, I'd have to say my favorite memory probably came about a week ago when we took our last final and we finished.
My favorite memory during nursing school would have to be going through nursing school with my sister Brinley Driggs. And my favorite memory is when we went to lab first semester and we were studying all the bones, and Brinley and I started getting really excited about the bones we were studying, and we started talking louder and louder, and when we left the room we were speaking so loud because it was silent after we left. And that's probably my favorite memory.
My favorite memory from nursing school is when we were in a COTAC 1 review with Clancy, and she was talking about how you did not want to have a femoral line in a patient because it was not the most clean area. And our sweet, sweet Callie spoke up with, "Speak for yourself, Clancy." That unforgettable for forever in my brain.
My favorite part of nursing school was my lab and SCE classes. I always had really great instructors and groups, and we were able to have fun and laugh at our mistakes.
My favorite memory from nursing school was from third semester, which a lot of us know that is one of the hardest semesters. And there was one night where a bunch of us decided to go to campus to study, and we were all up late studying until like 1 or 2 in the morning on campus, studying for pharmacology. And somebody even brought a panini maker and made a bunch of like grilled cheeses. And we all decided, instead of going home to take the test, we decided to go in individual classrooms and take the exam. And we all ended up getting done around like 3 o'clock in the morning and headed home after that.
My favorite part of nursing school would probably have to be SCE. Every single one of my classes was amazing and so much fun. Specifically, my favorite one was Lisa Looney's class. One of the days she did a head-to-toe assessment for us and had the entire class rolling. So if you know Lisa, you know why.
My favorite memory from nursing school would be all my clinicals at St. Mark's, especially the emergency department.
One of my favorite memories in nursing school was learning about holistic nursing and collaborating on a project with other students in my class.
My favorite memory is definitely first semester when we were all together. Finals week. Finals week felt horrible during the time, but I loved seeing we were all together. There was more junk food and caffeine and energy drinks and coffee, and people were asleep on the couch and they were asleep sitting up, and we were all just suffering together. But in the end, it definitely is my most favorite memory, because after that we didn't get to do it again because of COVID and quarantine. So I love looking back at first semester and the times we got together.
My favorite memory from nursing school will definitely be going to simulation lab every week. I loved being surrounded by our classmates and learning from them, and I also loved putting our skills to the test.
My favorite memories from nursing school was the friendships that I made, whether that was studying for finals with our little group of 5 or sitting next to Lexi in class and just enjoying and having a good time and good laughs while we were learning really hard things.
My favorite memory from nursing school is hands down the amazing lifelong friendships that I have made. I am so grateful for this cohort and the support that we have given one another, and you all have a special place in my heart.
My favorite memory from nursing school was my study group and all the silly phrases we made up to help us memorize everything.
By far, my favorite memory of nursing school is getting to assist in a C-section at clinical. I've always wanted to be a labor and delivery nurse, so this experience was one in a million, and I loved it.
My favorite memory from nursing school would probably have to be all of the study sessions, just because I didn't realize it then, but I do realize now that I was really just hanging out with all of my lifelong friends, and I'll cherish those moments forever.
My favorite memory from nursing school was the clinicals that we did. As soon as I started doing clinicals, I knew that I had made the best decision to become a nurse.
My favorite memory of nursing school would have to be the 24 hours of complete chaos and unbelief. The 10.5 hours driving from Washington to Utah to the school to go ahead and see about possibly signing up for nursing school. Then was told, hey, why don't you go ahead and just take the test now and see what happens. And taking the test, getting the results, passing, and then all of a sudden them talking about financial aid, and guess what? You're in the nursing program and you start in August. Holy crap on a cracker.
My favorite nursing school memory was during my first code in the ER, and the respiratory therapist was trying to teach me how to bag a patient, and she was explaining to me that every time I took a breath, I should squeeze the bag and breathe for the patient. So I started to do that, and she looked at me and she said, "You're doing that way too fast." And I said, "Oh, I'm sorry, this is how fast I'm breathing." And she said, "Why don't we put you on compressions?"
My favorite memory from nursing school is being a part of this amazing cohort because everyone is so helpful, and being in this cohort has made nursing school the best experience, and I couldn't have gotten through nursing school without everyone in this cohort, and I've made the greatest friends throughout this program. And another great memory I would say would be simulation labs, because I always had the best instructors, one of them being Lexi. And shout out to Lexi. And I'm grateful for her, and she always had the best scenarios and always went all in on those scenarios, acting them out, and she made it such a fun, great learning experience.
My favorite memory from nursing school is probably my third semester sim. Third semester was kind of horrible in general, but my sim class really made it worth it.
My favorite memory from nursing school was learning trauma assessment with Genevieve in COTAC SCE.
My favorite memory from nursing school was definitely my capstone. I had the opportunity to be at Altiview in their labor and delivery, and it was the most incredible experience. Got to meet some super amazing people and experience the coolest, most special things, and it's just made me fall even more in love with nursing.
My favorite memory in nursing school is today, right here, right now, graduating with all of you guys. It has been a long ride, but we're here and we finally made it. We got to celebrate in person, and this is by far going to be the best memory.
It's hard to pick just one memory from nursing school that's my favorite. I would have to say that my favorite memories have been with all the friendships that I've made and all the laughs that we shared together, the hardships and the tears that we had together. It's been incredible to gain these lifelong friends that I can take with me after this program.
My favorite memory from nursing school, definitely passing anatomy and physiology first semester.
My favorite part of nursing school was just the entire experience. I don't have a particular part that was my favorite. It was wonderful start to end.